and it's recording to the cloud. So I hope that means something. All right, ladies. So tonight we're going to be talking about discouragement in the business, which is something that is so common. And if we're not careful, it can really cause us to slow down in our work and maybe even stop for a time. So Marilyn and myself, we're going to be dividing up this Zoom. And we're just going to be giving some nice tips that have helped us in our business along the way, that we've learned that have been beneficial. And then we're going to also, I'll be sharing some stuff in the chat in the comment section that you guys can go back and look at later on. But we'll get right into it. Let me just open up my notes because I don't want to miss anything, because this is such a big issue and I feel like I struggled with it so much when I first got started. So it really hits home for me. So there's different reasons as to why we might feel like, you know, discouraged or just down in the business. And I feel like one of the major things that we might feel going into the business is a fear of failure. Maybe even when before you enrolled, you might have, you know, felt this kind of apprehension as to, well, what if I'm not good enough? Or what if I can't do it? I'm not a salesperson. And all these feelings that hindered you in the business you might be carrying some of that when you join the business. So it's really important that we try to nip it when it happens and try to see what are the triggers, like what is causing myself, why am I feeling this way? So maybe we're really shooting for our particular goal in mind. We have like, this is where I want to be, this is where I want to go, but then week after week, month after month, we don't quite make the mark. And that can cause us to become discouraged with ourselves. We're like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not good enough. And then all of a sudden, you were so excited to start the business and you were like, oh my gosh, I need the business for X, Y, and Z. It's going to pay off my debt. It's going to pay, you know, it's going to become my full-time income. And then all of a sudden, when we hit like a bump in our business, all of a sudden it's the thing that we accuse, or the thing that becomes like, we start to say, well, it's not for me. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard that expression, it's not for me. But what happened? It was for you. You know, it was for you when you first got started. It was going to be what was going to be the changing factor for your family, for, you know, your goals. So that's when discouragement sets in. So there's different things, you know, like when you feel this way, what are you going to do? It's okay to feel discouraged for a moment, but we don't want to stay that way, because that's when we won't see any growth in our business. And we want to make sure that we're always growing. So it's okay, let's address it. I feel discouraged, I'm not having a good day, because you're not always going to have good days. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. You know, you don't join this business because, like, how are they so, you know, zealous and just joyous?
Just give Tammy one moment. Her connection failed, so she's hopping right back on.
Hello.
Okay. So Tammy's having a little bit of connection issues.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. So I think I'm gonna just take over for her for a little bit until she comes back.
Okay.
All right. So until Tammy comes back, I guess I'll talk to you guys. So my name is Marilyn. If you don't know me, I'm 26 years old and I'm an Emerald leader. I've been with the company for about a year and a half. So basically, we wanted to talk to you about discouragement, how Tammy was saying. There's a lot of you that are new, a lot of you that have been in the company for a while. So we see the ups and downs. What Tammy was going to talk to you about discouragement is totally different from what I had in mind. What I was thinking about when I was looking in the team chats and just really meditating on you girls was the momentum that we have in the beginning, where we're all excited. You know, we just started in this business, we're sending messages left and right, we are just pumped and we are signing LCs like no one's business, right? So we're super pumped, and then all of a sudden after a month or so we hit a wall. We hit a wall and we just stop enrolling LCs. And we kind of freak out. We get a little nervous, you know, a couple of days go by without signing anyone. You're like, you know, is there something wrong with me? Why is no one, you know, interacting with my posts, with my polls? Why is no one answering my messages? And you kind of start to freak out. So I wanted to get your vision right today when it comes to discouragement and take some time to talk about it, because that kind of discouragement can be so crippling, and it's something that none of us ever want to get stuck in at all. So drop a 1 if you have ever felt like you wanted to quit this business because you weren't enrolling as many customers or distributors as you had in the beginning. You know, there's a lot of us, even myself. In the beginning, I was like, oh, wow, this is great. Like, this is super easy. I can totally do this business. And then after a month, it was like dead silent. Couldn't find anyone. And it was like pulling teeth to get people to talk to me. It was kind of insane. So if you feel this way right now, and you feel like it's really hard for you to find customers or distributors to enroll, I want you to really listen to tonight's Zoom, because it has a lot of information that will help you get past those feelings of discouragement. And even if you don't feel like that right now, if this ever happens to you in the future, I hope you're able to remember back to this Zoom and come back to it and watch it later. But first and foremost, did you know that the main reason why you're getting discouraged or not enrolling is because it's your mindset? It's your mindset that controls your business. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed that, but this business is all based on your mindset. You know, if you're having a bad day, it 100% shows in your stories, in your posts, in your conversations. If you're having a great day, everyone sees that. And you notice that you're able to have great conversations with people. You're able to sign people up. It is awesome. And that's because it's your mindset. But if you're disappointed with how your situation looks like right now, it's okay. We are all human, and we're allowed a moment of grace to just kind of sit in that pain, but you don't want to wallow in it forever. Like Tammy was saying, you know, let go of that disappointment and stop throwing yourself a pity party and inviting people to it. That is not this business. This business, we help people. I bet all of you joined this business because you wanted to help people with their health goals, help people to improve their lives, and exactly, Rosie, no pity parties, and help people to feel better about themselves. That's mainly the reason why all of us joined, because we love helping others. So I'm not saying any of this to scold you or to make you feel bad in any way. You know, I've been there. I was there a few months ago, like a couple months ago. I, for some reason, just could not enroll anyone. It was insane. And I thought there was something wrong with me. And I kind of just backed away. And I was just like, I don't know if I could do this. My downline is enrolling like crazy. They're getting like all these loyal customers. They're getting all these DTs. And I enrolled a total of 2 customers the whole month. Like that was just completely just like a shock to me. And for a moment I thought, like, I don't think I could do this. This is really hard. So originally, going along with this topic, I had wanted to talk to you about expanding your network when it comes to that. But the more I thought about it and I thought back to my personal experience, I realized what helped me the most during that time was self-development. So it was because at that time, you know, I was still growing my network. I was still like just going through the motions of business, you know, adding people to my Instagram, putting up video or a boomerang here and there, me like doing the coffee, whatever. And I thought that was enough. I thought that would be enough to grab someone's attention to decide to buy from me. But it wasn't, because I wasn't taking full advantage of the self-development that we have. So I want you to drop a 2 if you've ever just sat there on a Zoom and, you know, you were just listening in, you felt great because you're like, wow, this person is a great speaker. Like, I am really feeling her right now. And it was just words tickling your ears, but then you left that Zoom and you never applied anything to it. I mean, I'm guilty of that. During that time when I wasn't enrolling anyone, I would just hop on Zooms and I'd be like, oh, wow, that was like really nice. Or like, she's a really good speaker. I wish I was like her. But then I never put into action anything that I heard. And that was the problem, because I was just listening. And that just listening isn't what grows your business. Taking action is what grows your business. So, my notes. So all of us have to really think about if we're applying what we hear from these team Zooms, because these teams Zooms, they're here to help all of us. They're not here just to make us feel good. And it's a shot in the arm and we're like, okay, yeah, pat myself on the back. I hopped on a team Zoom tonight. No, this is for your benefit. This is to help you grow. You know how many companies there are out there that make you pay for this kind of training? So many companies. I worked in a doctor's office. I'm not a nurse. I did not go to school for coding, for any of that. Somehow I ended up an office administrator and I had to pay for the training. It was insane. And it was like every time I needed help understanding someone, I had to give out my personal money to have someone come into the office and show me how to use the program or show me how to set up a telecommunication like video program for the doctor. I didn't know any of that. Yet here we have this free opportunity to grow in our own business. So all of us need to be self-developing. Every single one of us, every single day, you know, because every single day we're interacting with people and people aren't the kindest. You know, words do hurt and people will affect you if you let them. So that is not something that we want to creep into our life. What we need to, you know, hop onto our Instagram or our Facebook and have that mindset of, I want to enroll a distributor. I want to enroll X amount of loyal customers today. And when you go in with that mindset, with a positive mindset, you're going to realize that you're going to do one of the two. You're either going to sign a DT or you're going to sign an LC. But if you go into your workday thinking, I don't know, maybe I'll sign someone, or I hope I sign someone, nothing's ever going to happen. You know, that kind of attitude reflects in your conversations with people. It reflects in your stories. People see that in your face. So this is another thing that I want all of us to take advantage of too, is the 6 list So I don't know about you girls, but if you've been just checking out on our band app, our team page, the leaders on that page have been amazing and set up so many tools for all of us to succeed in our own business. If you've looked at the albums, there's a specific album for Six List, and they have all different ones, all really cute pictures. So I want you, if you're struggling right now to enroll a loyal customer or distributors, I want you to go into that album and save one of those 6 lists and make it your homepage or your lock screen, either on your phone or your tablet, whatever you use to work your business. Even if it's your laptop, put it on your laptop as the background. You need to see it every day. If you don't want to put it on your phone and you have a planner, write it down in your planner every single day, what those 6 tasks are. Because you know what? Repetition is what's going to get it stuck in your mind, and it's just going to come naturally. You know, you don't even think about breathing, but you're doing it, right? You're not thinking, okay, breathe in, breathe out. No, you just do it, right? And it's going to be the same thing with your 6 list. You know, the more you see it, the more you do those actions, the more it's just going to become natural to you. And you're going to see how well your business is going to grow. So do the things that you know need to get done to sign customers, to sign distributors, and make sure to self-develop. Because self-development literally costs you $0. I mean, look at how much information there is just on this app. Then you go onto like your podcast app on your phone, your tablet. There's so many free podcasts, and it's all great stuff to help us. Then there's also YouTube. All this like mass enrolling leaders from the company are uploading free videos on YouTube from their own Zoom meetings. Like, who does that? So make sure to take advantage of that as well. But now I want us to dive just a little deeper into what might be holding you back when enrolling with customers and distributors. A lot of us tend to do the blame game, right? Oh, I'm not enrolling distributors because it's just not my time. Like, or, you know, my upline, they never showed me like how to overcome this conversation stopper, or like, I don't know, you know, too much about this product, or I'm happy where I am, so I don't really need to rank up. No, you're just blaming everyone else but yourself. And sometimes pointing the finger at yourself is the hardest thing to do. It's embarrassing. But that's where humility comes in with this company. You know, realizing that maybe there's a problem with you that you need to work on. So there's 4 things that are the real issue when it comes to discouragement in the business as well. 99% of the time, it's one of these 4. The first is not believing in the business, not believing in the products, not believing in yourself, and not believing in network marketing. So I want you to really think which of those 4 is holding you back. Really think about which one it is. Because once you realize which one of those 4 it is, it becomes easier for you to fix that problem. All right? And if you need to talk it out with someone, talk to your upline. All of us are here. We've all been here. All of us are leaders. We've all experienced that wall or that rut where we just aren't able to sign up anyone, and it feels like we're a failure for a brief moment, but we're not. That's the thing. You know, we're just going through the growing pains, and we realize we ourselves have to grow in order for us to be what others need. So I want us to focus more on the long term, you know, focus more on, okay, you know, I joined this company because I want to get out of debt, or I want to, for those moms out there, I want to stay home with my kids. I do not want to put them in daycare, or I want to pay rent or pay groceries. You know, that is your long-term goal. So even though right now you might not be enrolling anyone, focus on your long-term goal, because you will get there. You will work hard to get there. You know, if you don't have that goal in front of you, that why that's strong, if your why doesn't move you to get up and log on, even on the days that you just don't feel like talking to anyone, then your why is not strong enough. You have to reevaluate what really is your motivation for working this business. Because it all the time in this company, our why changes. You know, when I joined, it was, I want enough money to pay for stuff for my wedding. Guess what? My wedding came and gone. It's been 8 months. My why has changed. My why is now, I want to be debt free, to be more available to volunteer for disaster relief work with my husband. That's what I want. That's the goal that I'm working towards. And I'm sure as soon as I hit that, my goal will change once again. And so will yours. You know, once you hit your first mark, your goal is going to change. And you have to remember that and refocus yourself. And realize this is why I'm continuing to reach out to people. This is why I'm continuing to message and why I'm continuing to grow my network, because I want to reach that goal. So sometimes for some of us, looking at that long-term goal can be daunting. And if that's the case, set small goals for yourself. You know, go into the month saying, I want to enroll 3 loyal customers. And once you enroll those 3 loyal customers, you're going to see like, wow, that was super easy. Let me do another 3 in a week. Once it comes again, okay, another 3 and another 3. Hello. Sooner or later, you're going to realize that you're enrolling a ton of customers. So setting small goals is also okay. Like, you don't have to go into the month saying like, I want to double promote to presidential, or I don't know, whatever. No. You know, if those kind of goals intimidate you, then set the small ones. You know, it's better to focus and create those small wins for yourself to help you continue working your business. So stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Yes, it's important to know where you're going and to focus, but it's also important to focus on achievable goals too, so you don't become discouraged. So that was pretty much my little spiel that I had for tonight. Now that Tammy's back, I will give the floor to you.
Thanks, Marilyn. That was great. That was super, super great. Sorry, guys. My internet is like really wonky and it just disappeared. But I'm back here. So thanks so much for sharing all those amazing points. And basically, I just want, that was, on par with what I wanted to share. But just something else that I also wanted to add on was, I know I was mentioning the importance of journaling. And also plugging in with your team, which was talked about a little bit. We want to stay close to the fire, guys. Like you can't be in this business and think that you can make it alone, because that's impossible. I know that when I first started this business, I said, my upline taught me a couple things and I'm like, all right, I got it. Like I can go out there and I can do it by myself. And I think that's why I fell into a lot of discouragement when I first started, because you cannot work this business by yourself. This is a team effort. And when you stay in tune with your team, with your upline, with a sideline sister, whatever it is, you realize that you are more motivated to do the things you need to do, especially if you have someone, like if you have an accountability partner, this person is kind of relying on you a little bit and you rely on them. So I know that helped me of the past couple months to keep going and keep pushing by staying plugged in with my team, like every single day. So I absolutely love that. Another thing is, as far as the journaling goes, Am I back? I am so sorry, guys.
Yes.
This is like so horrible. All right. So anyways, I won't take up too much more of your time because apparently my electronics don't want me to talk. I've talked too much today, I guess, is what it's telling me. But stay plugged in with your team. Journal each day. Do the self-development. If you need help with self-development and you don't know what to read, I just started reading a book. It's an audio book and it's called It Takes What It Takes. And I am loving it so far. So if you want more information about that, just, let us know. But yeah, it's so important. Discouragement is real. It's real. But we can definitely overcome it if we stay close as a team. We work towards it. You can feel sad for a little bit, but let's push it. We have, 9-10 days left of the month. So we're so pumped with everything that the company has given us. Last night, we got some amazing news. So let's stay excited. Let's stay, really close to the fire on this one because our goals are, definitely attainable. So that's it for now, guys, before my phone dies out again. But if you have any questions, just let us know. But you guys have a good night.